Good morning, everyone. This is Sam and Carlos from Seeking Options. We're going to go over market updates on some setups for May 9th, 2018. So, Carlos, good morning. What are you seeing today?
Good morning, guys. First of all, I want to mention that some internal indicators are pointing a high into this Friday, May 11. So the high is being projected for this week, and after this Friday, we have a potential downside set up until the 25th. So I think that is good to take some profits and to reduce margins into this Friday.
Right.
This is derived from the open interest. Okay, so considering the open interest we are seeing, we can say that there is a setup for a top into this Friday. So people need to be careful. And we advise traders to be careful, to take profits, to reduce positions, and wait for a more decent setup to go long. Chasing positions here is not recommended. So this is based on open interest. So if we go to cycles, we can see that there is a sort of a top here between tomorrow and Friday. So same advices apply.
Okay, so just take profits or trim some gains. These are just, I guess, some internals. And does this impact our bigger picture or no?
We are going to go to price.
Price. Okay, so we're following price.
Yes, but for projections, we can project a high into this Friday or tomorrow evening. So taking profit is an advice. Okay.
Yeah, great.
So if we go to the price structure we are having right now, we said on our last session that we were expecting market to have a top here around 2681, 2687. And most importantly, we said that the market had or was in need to hold the 2655 line. Okay.
Yes, and I think that happened. We had a little pullback yesterday. Was good. We went long against that low.
We took some long positions and we are holding those positions now.
That's correct. Yeah.
So for a higher, so we were looking for 5 ways up, and we continue to look for 5 ways up. Okay. Ideally, the market should hit 2693.
Okay.
The
So
high,
yep,
the overnight high was
84.
2684.
That's right.
Yes. So for structure purposes, we have high up. We have high up, and we don't need any higher high. We can have high up here.
Okay.
So for conservative traders, it'd be good to take profits if you are conservative. So here,
05. Yep.
yeah. So we can take profits here because we have high up. Technically, we have high up.
So we get the 5 ways up. Okay.
So structurally, we have high up. Well, we would like the ideal target, of course.
93.
Is 2693. But we are talking about from here about 0.50% in return. So trading for 0.50% in the last squiggle of this structure, I don't think is enticing.
Right. So if you have profits, take it. Don't be greedy for 0.5%.
Exactly, because the open interest
Suggesting there will be a high by Friday.
Yes, and we are projecting a low into May 25th. Additionally, The cyclical analysis is projecting a high too. And the price structure is telling us we are closer to a top than to a breakout. So we don't need to strive for 0.5%. It's not reasonable from my side. So for extension, is somebody is trading for this 2693, 2701. So the price, the microstructure from yesterday is low.
Right. We'll set it as a target.
The price needs to hold 2678. 2678. Okay.
Right.
If the price holds 2678 and it doesn't break 2666, 2666, we can project 2701.
2701. Okay.
2698. But
So
again, this is trading for the last wiggle of this setup.
okay.
We are already long, so we don't need to chase some more points. We can wait for a pullback, and
You
we
add.
can go long.
Yeah.
I am expecting some turbulence into next week. So I don't think that we should go long at this stance. So for the purposes of this retrace, at a minimum, we can go to 2642, 2630.
Okay. So after the 5 wave, could expect a little higher from there, like a retrace to 26 70, now breaking 2660, we should see 2700 and then come back and retrace.
Yes, that's what I'm expecting. And a potential pullback to 2630, 2642.
Okay.
But it is not secure. We can hold this area. Okay, we have a very good 5 ways up. But assuming that we are going to hold these levels is not something that I'm going to do this time. Okay, I'm going to wait. We can always wait for 5 ways up and then go long.
Okay.
Okay. So this is for SPX. So the message here is, if you want to go for 2698, 2701, please use stops just below 2666.
Okay. Later on, I guess, in the end of the week, we can give our projection on a longer term or short term, not just on a week basis. But for now, this is good. We're covering the interim or day trade, the trade for the coming week.
We are covering
Yeah.
1 week in advance. So, because I think that we traded. Yeah.
Yeah, ANET. We did that one.
Yeah.
There's a
Yes.
long position there. It worked, like we said, like on the last video.
This wasn't it. I sent an update. We sent an update on ANET. We considered that the 258 was slightly.
Yep, and actually
So
we hit
far,
it there.
we are at 260. Then we did report fire up. We did report fire up on ANET. And so far, let me see. So far, we consider that. Let me search for the update sent yesterday. So this was our case for fire on ANET. Okay, 254.82, 1, 2, 3, 45. So we did recommend we could have looked for an entry at 245 or to buy yesterday, pull back at 250. So we did report this in time yesterday, pre-market, and so far ANET is trading today at 260. So the support at 251 worked pretty well.
Good.
So we did advise you can look for an entry at 245 or buy any test of 250. So far, pullback on ANET was 251. So the pullback worked and has yielded 2.676%. We are still looking for 263, 266. So I think that it's another setup that played out well, and I won't be chasing.
Yeah,
I am
you're gonna be trimming right as we go up there, the target.
exactly. I am going to wait for 266 or 263, and I am going to take profits and go home. This is one of the positions I am going to be trimming. And then we have NVIDIA. NVIDIA is extending more than what we want before earnings.
Yeah, it's not giving
I
chance to
want,
anybody to own it at this point.
so what I did was I bought some calls on for 260, December 21st, looking for 260. Okay,
And it has earnings,
so
right, coming up.
yes, I think earnings are tomorrow.
Right. Are you planning to hold into earnings or?
Yes, I am planning. I am planning to hold into earnings.
Okay.
Nvidia is one of our biggest positions. So
Right. Okay.
if Nvidia doesn't provide any pullback, we are going to go for 250, 258, and 275. So this is the reason I bought 260 as strike.
Yeah, it looks very reachable.
Yes. So if I wanted to be conservative on the targets and I wanted to reduce before earnings, the only available structure I have, and this is important because sometimes as a trader you have to pick the only available structure you have.
Yeah.
You cannot reinvent the wheel. You can only, so this is the only one tool I have before earnings. The only
Wow.
one tool to be conservative, okay?
Yeah.
So if I want to be conservative before earnings, so I can give it all the extensions to 255, 255 before earnings. And if Nvidia wants to break out before earnings, 265. Okay, 265. That's what I have.
Excellent.
265, 272. So at any case, without any pullback, Nvidia still can extend to
To 270
265,
and 270.
270. This is the reason that I took the risk and I went long calls.
Sounds good. And for those who didn't take it long yet, at this point you're going to be chasing. Maybe it's a better bet to wait for the earning to report and buy it on weakness if it ever give weakness, because at some point we expected this stock may actually fall on earning, Carlos. Given this is the structure of the chart, we expected this is like the 5, right?
Yes.
And
The situation with the market leader is that it's a market leader. So even you want to retrace, they rarely provide a retrace. It's like hoping for a retrace for Apple before earnings or on Amazon. Simply they extend the price until they can.
right.
So in this case, if a trader is like a FOMO, fear of missing out, so 250 is it's my current line in the sim. Okay, if the price holds this 250 area, very good. The price can go for 265 before Friday. Okay, before earnings. So there is no reason to worry while this 250 line holds on Nvidia. In my case, I bought December calls because I like buying time. But if a trader wants to buy June, it's okay while 250 holds. So it's okay. We have 1 day left, so we can trade it.
Yeah, you can take a bet for Nvidia.
Yes.
Um,
So I am not worried about Nvidia.
right. Okay.
I,
Yeah, and again, use your money management and size it properly. So it's a
yeah.
trade, right?
So if you are going to use 1% of your account, why not?
Why not? Yeah.
So it's NVIDIA, okay? It's NVIDIA. I think this earnings reports are going to be good. I am not sure about the next earnings because we are getting very toppy in the higher time frames. For example, 260. 260 is the 6.854 extension. So it is the max. It is the max extension a company can get, and we are talking this extension.
Wow.
It's going to be hit on a monthly chart.
Holy. Looking at the one
So,
monthly, just
so we are getting toppy on a monthly. On the only available structure we have on a monthly, that it's this one.
is
Let
this
me.
setting up like for a massive breakdown? Because
It's setting up for a top and
but
three
looking
and
at the angle of this elevation, it's almost 90 degrees.
I think that NVIDIA is arriving to all the people that can buy an NVIDIA, a NVIDIA laptop, the
Yeah,
gaming
and
computer.
Bitcoin and all that is it's playing factor too. So right now the prices for graphic cards are very expensive.
So I use an
So they're
NVIDIA.
premium.
I use a NVIDIA one. So everybody that I know that can buy an NVIDIA already has an NVIDIA. It already has a laptop with an
I
NVIDIA.
think Nvidia price is being bet around Bitcoin because it
Mhm.
requires some good graphic cards.
So this is a 6.854 extension on a monthly chart. So a third wave in all its beauty.
So
We will. Mhm.
yeah, so I don't know if you trade Bitcoin, but maybe we can give some thoughts on that too, and its relationship to to Nvidia and other tech companies.
I have Bitcoin over here.
Oh, you're looking okay, so maybe we can check Bitcoin
So
and your
I look at
thoughts.
it. I mean, I have Bitcoin here. So, so this is the reason that if you want to pick Nvidia, this is your chance. These are the earnings that traders should pick. I don't think next earnings report be this surprising. So again, uh, if a trader is going to buy later, probably eventually we are going to have a pullback to 181 at the minimum,
Right.
but not this earning. I think this earnings are going to be good. So if we want to take a look at Bitcoin overextend. Bitcoin was massive.
Yeah,
I don't know if I can.
it extended and get massacred, almost half, right?
But this was crazy. Simply was crazy. But what we must look here, it's five ways up. If we can get five ways up, we can look for an entry on Bitcoin. I don't have a clear price structure here. Only three up looks like here. So if only three up, yes, this was only three ways up. Here you can see. We can say this was an ABC. 0, A, B. And this was the C wave. Okay?
Yeah, that's good.
Only three up, nothing more.
Nothing more.
So if we are going to project a target, should be another ABC. First, let's see the pullback. The pullback was to 2.3 up, 3 down. 1, 2, 3 wave down. So the pullback was not bearish.
Okay.
So the C wave target should be 12,000. Okay.
Okay. 12,000.
So yes, and you can see this structure is well because It's being rejected at 0.618 here. It's being rejected at 0.618. So once this 0.618 is taken, we can talk about Bitcoin going to 12,000. So we are talking about, let's say, 22% return on Bitcoin. This is what I have. Can go higher, yes, because traders get excited, then they can take it to for
How are you
14,000.
trading it right now, Carlos?
I don't trade it. I follow it. I follow it because
There is
I
actually
like
a method of trading it on ET. There's an ETF, I believe. We can address that later on. But there's an ETF that you can buy that mimics Bitcoin.
if existed a clear way to trade it, I would.
Yeah, I'll find you the ETF that I traded before, and yeah, keep going.
Yes, yes. I don't know, but I don't know. I am not very into this, but I think it can be the coin of the future. From a fundamental standpoint. So we can say that above this 0.618, we can be talking about a real upside that can lead us to a 22% return or 44 or 45% return. So the safest, I would say the safest way to trade it is once we take this 0.618 at 10,000 and then we can trade it for higher levels.
Right.
So this is my take on Bitcoin if I was to trade it, but I don't. Okay. So I like trading safe vehicles where I can put enough money, like 10% of portfolio on SPX or 10% of portfolio on Apple.
Yeah,
Where
yeah. There's a lot of instruments that you can break your account and manage it properly. Like you don't have to do everything.
I don't need to. I am waiting for a pullback on Apple at 181, and let me show you. I am waiting for a pullback on Apple at 181. Can go for 194, 207, 214, 220, or 248. So I don't need to chase risk. I can simply going for a dividend. Apple has a 100 billion dollars in repurchase program. So
Now,
increase the dividend
now
60%.
the question now, given that we know like there will be like some movement in the market up and down, and we're expecting a top on May 11, etc. How would you position yourself? Let's say if you're long Apple, what would you do? Would you just have a stop, keep holding, um, trim? What would you do in
It's
this
going to
case?
depend. It's going to depend on the fact, on a very simple fact, and that's important. Uh, this is important. Can SPX hold this 2642? Can SPX hold this 2630? So I hold a core position on Apple. I don't sell under any circumstances. I don't sell. I don't sell it, and it has worked. So I think Apple has the best setup in case the market decides to hold 2642, 2630. Okay, so I don't think we need to over worry on Apple. And we can go long. We can go long on a test of 181 and can go lower, of course, but we can buy at 181.40. We can buy, we can hold it long term because the macro targets are pretty good, are definitely good. So it can, this is one of my charts for Apple. So it can extend to 28 to 43 on the long-term chart. So we don't have to worry on
Oh,
Apple.
okay.
We have a double support at 180. At 180 on the long-term chart, and a micro support at 181. So long term and short term is looking good.
Okay, great.
So we don't have to worry on Apple. We can buy it, we can accumulate it. In fact, it's what I do. I accumulate Apple. Accumulate it.
Yeah, like for as an investment, it's a great investment tool right now. Apple,
Yes.
Amazon, and
Yes, and it's not because Warren Buffett is buying Apple. I started buying Apple before Warren Buffett, and I started accumulating it since 2014. In some accounts, Apple represents more than 20% of portfolio. So it's something I have been working out for, around 4 years ago. I think that since I think Apple was at 55 when I started buying, I continue buying at 90, at 91, 26, 132. So I can recommend Apple.
excellent.
So this is what I have.
Oh, great! Thanks a lot, Carlos. This is very good. Thanks for the market update, and we'll check again. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it down.
In conclusions, don't try to chase the last squiggles on the market. Trim ANET at 263, and I don't think NVDA provides us a pullback, and I think NVIDIA earnings are going to be good.
Okay, great.
Most importantly, and to conclude, I think Apple is a good company to accumulate
For sure.
within this consensus.
Yeah. And as always, you know where to find us. Just come to Seeking Options and we're going to be there. If you have any questions or concerns, we're going to be there. Thank you, Carlos, and thanks, everyone.
Later.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and check the bell for notification for any future videos. Again, if you have any questions, leave it below, or you can always find us at seekingoptions.com. And don't forget to like and share.